Hey everybody, so this is the fourth video in this lesson folder, and this is not so much for you to take notes on, it's just for me to kind of give a pulse check in the middle of our lessons. So like I said, it's the fourth video. There's a fifth video that you're going to watch, and the fifth one is a curated video that I have about the seasons of the year and the angle of the sun and all of that kind of thing and the positioning of the earth that we need to watch to finish out our chapter 1 lessons. And so your reading assignment is chapter 1, and your note-taking assignment is all of the videos that we've had, these lectures. And in this video, I just wanted to give you a heads up about reflection journals, because every set of weekly lessons like this, as you already know, you have an opportunity to do a reflection journal. And sometimes while I am delivering the lectures and you're taking notes, sometimes I will make a suggestion on what to do for your reflection journal. You never have to take my suggestions, but they are for your consideration in case you are having trouble coming up with something on your own. But look back at the lectures that you've already taken notes on and the next one that's curated that you are going to take notes on, and anything that comes to mind that I haven't assigned to you, such as a video, a story, a vacation that you took that you cited on Instagram or something like this. Anything that you can bring in an outside published source, and you can be the published source if you have a TikTok channel or Instagram or something like that. If you can cite yourself and give me the link, that you're talking about, so I can see what you're talking about. Bring something in from outside this class and discuss it. And so one of the things that I'm going to suggest that you do for that is perhaps find a movie or a documentary that has to do with traveling to the Arctic or living in a very high latitude place like in Alaska, or the difference between the seasons of the year from the southern hemisphere to the northern hemisphere, for instance. That's what you'll watch in the fifth lecture, the curated one. For instance, if you think about the way our culture interacts with the sun and the rotation of the earth and the wobbling of the earth and the angle of incidence that the sun's rays strike the earth, when we think of, say, Christmas and New Year's, it's the cold weather for us in the northern hemisphere. And, maybe you can find a movie or something that is about people in the southern hemisphere and what their Christmas traditions are, or something like that. So you can bring in that kind of information, or even the 24-hour sunlight that happens sometimes. You can look up more information about that. Something that you can do that doesn't involve an outside source, because 5 times you don't have to have an outside source and 5 times you do. One of the things that you could do is look at, for instance, the second video that you were required to watch in this folder, where I talk about the different spheres of the earth that are included in physical geography. When you read the chapter, you'll read about the spheres, and one of the spheres that they mention in the chapter, they use a slightly different word than I do for that sphere. You could, for instance, in your reflection journal, pick up on that. You could say, okay, well, you said this in the lecture, and in the textbook it uses this term, and you could look at those two terms and examine them. And what's the difference? Even look up an outside source, of those two terms, and see maybe which one is more descriptive of what we're actually going to cover in the class. You can look at the course learning outcomes on the syllabus and say, okay, well, which one maybe fits better with these course learning outcomes, and you can reflect on that for your reflection journal this time. Or this is the very first set of lessons. You don't have to do a reflection journal yet at all if you're not ready, and you can wait until we have a lot more information under our belts before you start to summarize and write out a narrative format for the notes that you've taken about our class. So anyway, Please consider doing a reflection journal, but if you're not ready yet, don't worry. You're supposed to be able to skip 6 anyway, and a lot of people skip the one for this first set of lessons anyway, so no sweat if that's what you want to do. But one thing I don't want you to do is skip the first quiz. Or actually, this is quiz 2, but it's the first quiz over any kind of course content. The first quiz is in our Start Here folder, and it's about course logistics, but this is about course content. So don't skip the quiz. The quiz comes over all or covers all of the videos that were required. And so please make sure that you have your notes ready and organized, and your reading assignment done, and your chapter open so you can flip back and forth to the pages. Our quizzes, our unit assignments, all of that is always open book, open notes. And so please make sure that you do well on all those quizzes. They are designed to just give you a quick and easy way to keep your pace up in class and get 10 points. Get credit for doing that. Okay, and please check out the discussion board that I have in the class, because I'm going to put some prompts in there that you can respond to also to help each other out with reflection journals, and maybe some links to websites that are helpful to find outside sources. Which reminds me, I have a folder in course content that includes a whole bunch of links that have been shared on the discussion board over the years that I put in there for you to peruse and maybe find very good outside sources for what you want to write about as we progress through the course content. So please text me with questions, and one more video. It's a curated one. It's required, and I will see you again for our Chapter 2 content lectures in the next folder. Bye.